Hi guys, I'm going to start reading chapter 9 of La Linea. I took a couple days break, letting some of you catch up. Sorry I missed some of you yesterday on Zoom. Been having problems with the site. Today, Wednesday, I hope to be able to meet with my afternoon, with my 6th and 7th periods. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to read chapter 9 of La Linea. Lalo, Chuy, and I sat in a tight circle around the barbacoa pit, watching the fire die down to red embers and white ash. We poked at the coals with sticks, and bright yellow sparks flew into the night. Elena moved behind us, cleaning up from the party. She worked very quickly, but silently. She carted dishes and food to the house, gave bones to the dog, and took the scraps to the animals in the barn. Finally, she threw the rest of the garbage on the coals, right in front of me, a messy glob of paper and grease. The fire popped and sputtered angrily. It leaped to life. A long tongue of flame rose up next to my foot. I moved back quickly. I turned to give Elena a piece of my mind, but she was gone. The door to the house slammed shut. "What's up with her?" Chuy asked. "¿Qué tiene?" "What's wrong?" He motioned toward Elena's pile of burning garbage, now a big black blob. It bubbled and writhed. I shrugged. "Nothing. She's just mad because I'm going. She'll get over it." Chuy kicked a log, sending more sparks into the air. "If you say so, Miguel." He turned and looked at our casita, our little house, and the light that lit in the room Elena and I shared. Her shadow moved back and forth. Then the room went dark. Chuy turned back and stared into the flames in silence. Suddenly Lalo unbuttoned his shirt. Under it he was wearing an America soccer shirt I'd never seen, just like the kind I'd always wanted. He quickly stripped off the shirt and carefully folded it into quarters. "I got this from my cousin." He placed the jersey in my hands. "I thought you'd like it." "No es nueva. It's not new. It's secondhand. Don't get too excited." But he looked at me sideways, checking my reaction. "It's perfect," I replied. I pulled it over my head, fingering the silky fabric. Chuy reached deep down into his front pocket. With one swift movement, he pulled out his carving knife and placed it in the palm of my hand, and closed my fist tightly around it. I felt the smooth bone, the smooth handle, still warm from Chuy's touch, and the switch that released the razor-sharp blade. "You might need this," he said. I knew this was the only knife, his only knife. It was the only knife he'd ever used to carve with. Neither of us spoke. The stories from earlier, told and untold, hung up in the air. I was embarrassed. Lalo and Chuy had not only given me their most precious possessions, they'd given me the only things of value they owned. And I felt ashamed. I had nothing for either of them. Worse than that, I hadn't even thought about giving them a present. I stood, shifted my body, and stuck my hands in my pockets. I kicked the ground with the toe of one shoe and looked out into the night. But Lalo and Chuy didn't care. They didn't expect anything from me. They knew me and my life upside down and inside out. How could I give what I didn't have? Lalo let me off the hook. A familiar sparkle appeared in his eye. "I have an idea. Let's meet in 10 years when we're 25. What do you say, Miguel?" He said it as a challenge. He said it in the same way he used to dare us to smoke or drink or skip school. It seemed like a present I could give. It was a promise I could keep. Chuy jumped on the idea. "Yeah, 10 años. 10 years. Aquí mismo. Right here. En San Jacinto. Okay, Miguel? Okay?" I nodded. We shook hands, sealing the promise we'd made. Our eyes traveled from one to the other. These were my best friends. I could see in their eyes the belief that somehow we'd always be the same. We'd always feel the same. Papa had been gone 7 years. It seemed like forever. 10 years was an eternity. Chuy and Lalo couldn't know something I'd learned from Papa's absence. that it wouldn't be long before I got the way Chuy. I'm sorry, it wouldn't be long before I forgot the way Chuy tilted his head when he listened, the way Lalo crossed his arms when he talked, how much Chuy loved to joke, or how much Lalo hated to lose. My friends still behaved like it would somehow remember everything about me. I knew they would forget. Kind of cool to have friends like that, isn't it? And I'm sure you guys are excited to see your friends again back at school. Unfortunately, it's not going to be this year, but keep in touch any way you can. Same drill. Questions in the description. Get them to me. If you want to wait a couple of chapters and combine them, that's fine. I really miss you guys. Bye.